What's up guys, welcome back. My name is Humphrey and I make personal finance videos here on YouTube. And this year I've grown a following on TikTok. A lot of you guys really like when I explain personal finance in simple terms. So what I really wanted to create today was a kickoff of a series that I like to call Beginner's Personal Finance with me. And so today's video is all about debt payoff. Basically, what is the most efficient method to pay off debt to get us to financial freedom even faster? Guys, I know that debt sucks, but hopefully by watching this video, you'll get some actionable insight in how you can pay off your own debts faster. So when it comes to paying off debt, as you can probably tell by the title of this video, there are two popular methods in doing so, and one is called the Avalanche method and one is called the Snowball method. Before getting into those methods, there is one rule that we should all follow, and that is to always make sure that you're making the minimum payments on your debt, and that's to keep your credit score intact. After that, we have a choice in paying off debt. We can either use the Avalanche method or the Snowball method. So the Avalanche method basically prioritizes debt in order of its interest rates, and basically what we're gonna do is start with the highest interest rate, pay that one off, and then go down the line. The Snowball method, on the other hand, prioritizes the smallest balance of debt that you have, and we're gonna pay off the smallest balance, followed by the next biggest one, by the next biggest one, and so on and so forth. So the best way to illustrate this is with an example, and let me bring up an example here on the screen. Let's say you have three sources of debt. You have a car payment, you have credit card payments, and you have student loans. For example, you owe $9,000 on your car at an interest rate of 3%, $10,000 on your credit card at the interest rate is 18.99%, quite high. And lastly, you owe $15,000 on student loans and the interest rate is 4.5%. In the Avalanche method, you're gonna be paying off the credit card balance first because it has an 18.99% interest rate, and then you're gonna pay off the student loans at 4.5%, and then finally the car payment at 3%. In the Snowball method, in this scenario, you would pay off the car payment, and then the credit card, and then the student loan, and that just goes in order of balance size. Now, in this hypothetical example, let's say you have $3,000 a month to pay off debt. The most efficient method to actually pay off your debt with the $3,000 a month that you do have is the Avalanche method. And in the Avalanche method, you're gonna end up paying about $1,011 in interest. Now, if you took this same example and you actually paid it off using the Snowball method, you'd actually pay $1,514 in interest alone. The reason why you pay more in interest using the Snowball method is that while you're paying down a smaller balance using the Snowball method, the higher interest rate balances are still accruing interest every month. So it's always more financially efficient to do the Avalanche method, bar none. Now in this situation, the Avalanche method is a no-brainer because all the balance sizes are somewhat similar. But let's take a look at another example in which you might actually want to use the Snowball method instead. In this new example, we have a medical bill that's $300 that we owe on it at 4% interest. We have a credit card balance of $3,000 at 18.99% interest, so same as before. We have a car loan that we owe $5,000 on at 3% interest. And finally, student loans, $32,000 balance at 6% interest rate. Now in this example, the main advantage of using the Snowball method is that you're gonna be able to eliminate some debt sources rather quickly using the Snowball method that you would not be able to if you just stuck with the Avalanche method. If you were to use the Avalanche method in this example, you would actually pay off your credit card bill first, which is $3,000 balance at 18.99%, but then the next highest interest rate is actually your student loans at $32,000 balance at a 6% interest rate. The problem with this is that it actually might be really demoralizing to try to pay off such a large balance because it feels like you're never getting anywhere. In our earlier example, if we used $3,000 a month to pay off our student loans, it would actually take us probably close to a full year even before we were able to pay that off. Meanwhile, the other small sources of debt are still accruing interest and adding more stress on you on an everyday basis because you're not able to pay those off. According to two professors at Kellogg Business School, quote, "We found empirical support that psychological factors can be helpful in paying off debt. Paying off a small balance, a quick win, can make you feel good about yourself." So while the Avalanche method may pay off debt in a more efficient manner, sometimes you actually need the psychological wins to keep going when paying off debt. Personally, I think making progress on anything is going to be better than no progress at all. If you're the type of person who can stay disciplined when it comes to paying off debt, then the Avalanche method is the clear winner. Now, if you can't trust yourself to keep paying off debt, especially when you're seeing a really large balance and that's kind of looming over you, then perhaps the Snowball method is right for you. I personally want to vouch for the peace of mind that comes from reducing one source of debt. It's actually one of the best feelings in the world, so sometimes the Snowball method can actually be quite useful. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I know that it was a little bit shorter than some of my other videos, but hopefully you enjoyed the format. I'm gonna be adding this video into a playlist called Beginner's Personal Finance, or I'll find some catchy title for it. As always, make sure to like, subscribe to the video, and hit the notification bell for whenever I drop a new video. I typically post on YouTube twice a week. Lastly, check out my referral links in the description below. That's where you can follow me on Instagram, get a free stock from Webull or Robinhood. And lastly, you can also check out my Patreon, where I update my patrons on a regular basis. All right, guys, that was it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.